Good morning, YouTube's man always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, we have a show coming up this weekend. It's one of the biggest shows right now around. It is the Texas Pro. And, Texas Pro's been around for quite some time. And if one thing about the Texas Pro, this is one of the shows which has the largest prize money for women's physique outside the Olympia. As you know, Sarah Vilgas, who is the current Miss Olympia Physique champion, she promotes this show. She puts up $15K for first place and also a nice big trophy. I mean, I'm telling you, she's putting her money where her mouth is for a division. I wish more of it happens in women's bodybuilding, but it's just tough. But like I said, this show is, I think, one of the best shows for opportunities for top level competitors. I see the list is pretty good. I mean, they really put up a lot for this show. I mean, Sarah says you want to fly in new pros who wanted to compete. Also, there's I think best poser for $1,000 for women's physique and so much other stuff. I mean, they really, really put up the rug for women's physique in this show. But like I said, this is a good lineup here. We have some ladies who are Olympic qualified. We have some Olympia competitors. Like I said, we have some top list competitors here. First up we have is Alyssa Benford, and this is going to be her pro debut. Don't know much about Miss Benford. I know she's been a pro for a bit, and this would be her debut. Next up we have is Zama Benta. As you know, Zama is number 3 at the Olympia in women's physique, right behind Sarah and Natalia. She just won the Tampa Bay Pro last weekend, and this is why I'm saying like this: she's gonna win the show. I feel it. I mean, I'm telling you, her physique is just crazy. It's amazing. I mean, it's just wow. I mean, I don't see anybody. I mean, I don't know. Even though she might be front of a different set of judges compared to Tampa, I don't see anybody beating her this show. So I think she's gonna get this. If she doesn't, I'll be surprised. Next up, we have is Tatiana Balut. She been competing for a good while. As you know, she competed at a couple of shows this year, and I believe, this will be her second show in the States. She's done Tampa, and now she's doing Texas. She has a impressive physique, and I hope she does well. Next up we have is Pamela Canfield. Now, Miss Canfield's been to Olympia last year, 2023. She has not qualified yet for a show, and I hope she does another show because I think this would not give her Olympic qualification. She might need to do, there's still a few more shows left for women's physique for Olympic qualification before the deadline ends. So I think, she might crack top 5 or top 10 at this show. Next up we have is Shamika Cash. I interviewed Miss Cash a while back. She took a step back from bodybuilding, but then made a return in 2022. She competed in, figure, and now she's back to physique. She's done Chicago Pro and Atlanta, and she has a impressive physique. She does. So let's see how well she does in this show. Next up we have is Modesta Halbib. Now, she's from Denmark, and this is one of my other favorite bodybuilders. Helga is also from Denmark. Now, this is going to be her first show in the States. She mostly competes shows like the Open Championships, the Romanian Muscle Fest. She has an impressive physique. So I hope she does play well. I think she's a top 10 competitor this show. Next up we have Anna Harris. As you know, Miss Harris just did both Chicago and Atlanta back-to-back, winning both shows and winning physique. She's been a pro since 2020. She's been a 2021 Olympian. She didn't do 2022, or if she did 2022, she didn't do 2023 because she got by points. But I remember she was doing an interview with Glenn over at Amazon Fitness Magazine that she didn't want to go in and buy points. But honestly, I respect that. But hey, any chance to get to the Olympia, you might as well take it. We was up to plan to do the interview, but circumstances happened. But maybe after this show, I wish reach out to her, see if she's still interested in doing the interview with me. Next up we have here is Sharonica Hinton. Now, Miss Hinton just won the New York Pro earlier this year. She has been an Olympic competitor in the past. She took a step back, as she's a coach and a trainer, and her physique is like the classic look. How women's physique started around about the good part of the early 2000s. But I think she's also one of these top 5 contenders for the Texas Pro. Like I said, she has amazing physique. She works with people like Sherry Priami, Rashada Boswell, Michaela Aycock. A lot of ladies in the sport are, she's training and posing. Next up we have is Erin Hughes. Now, Miss Hughes made her debut at Tampa. So, I think she, from one look at her, I don't know if Zeke is the best division for her. Maybe she might want to switch or maybe take some time and really grow. But like I said, let's see how she does in Texas. Next up we have is Janetta Johansson, who's been a couple of times been to Olympia. She's from Sweden. She's I call it the medium Swede compared to Irene Anderson. She has a present physique. She's gonna do the show. I see her as also a top 5 contender, or top 10. I hope she does another show, gets her qualification. She might do the Europa Championships or stay here in the States and do the show that's coming up in Mississippi. Here we have here's on Adrana Johnson. If I got the name wrong, I apologize. She has been competing for some time. She did Tampa and she's done Texas before last year. So let's see how she does this show. Next up we have is Mariana Kay. I'm not going to say her last name because I don't want to mess it up. Now, she's from Cyprus, and that's an independent island from near Greece. She competed at the Tampa Bay Pro, and this is going to be her second show in the States. Also, we have here is Alyssa Kissling. Now, Miss Kissling's been a couple of times to Olympia herself. She's done Texas last year, a couple other shows. I think she lives in Texas now because she was living in Florida, but she moved. Let's see how she does. I mean, I will say to her, do another show just in case you want to get your Olympic qualification. Because like I said again, there's still some more shows that can get you that opportunity. With Zama there, Texas not. Next that we have here is Lexi Laurie. She also competed at Texas last year. I believe she did New York the year before. This is going to be her first show for the season. She's young. She has a lot of potential. And I hope she does another show, like I said again, with some of these ladies who are already Olympic qualified and, Olympia competitors. This not be a great show to get your shot for Olympia, but I hope she does well. Next up we have is Shay Queen. Now, she has not competed in quite some time. I think she last competed in 2021. Great physique, great look. She took the time off. I follow on social media. Let's see how she does. I mean, she looks like she has really made some developments over since she last competed. Next up we have is Paula Renta. And Paula, as you know, was a figure competitor. She made a switch to physique this year. She did the Imperio, she did the Portugal, she did Tampa, and it's going to be a second show in the States. Like I said, she's still young. She's just 25. She's a great physique, great aesthetics, but I think she did pretty good at Tampa. And also she took second to Sandra at the Imperio. Not too well at the Portugal. And like I said, this is going to be a strong lineup with a lot of Olympic level competitors here in this show. She could squeeze in the top 10 or maybe top 5. Next up is a lady who had the pleasure of interview on my channel, the lovely, Miss Blanca Rodriguez. As you know, Blanca did pretty good at Tampa. She was in the top 10, number 7. That's pretty good. The last time before, she never cracked the top 10. And she really made some great, achievements. She has a great physique, classic look. I think she might do well. So you gotta wait and see. I see that again. She could be a top 10 competitor like she was at Tampa. Next up, we have here is one Victoria Sargent. I believe this is gonna be her pro debut. I don't have much information on her, but like I said, this is gonna be a new pro. Next up, we have is Miss Nicole Wachowski. I want to say Wachowski. I hate to say the name wrong, but I believe she turned pro at the Universe, and that was about a month or so ago. So this is going to be her pro debut. And next up we have is Katie Younger. Now, Miss Younger competed last year. She's been competing physique for quite some time. She's a mother of 3 kids. She's a trainer and a coach. Her husband and them, I think they went their own business. Press physique, we've been in contact before. Maybe I get her on for an interview, maybe after the show. She has a press physique, and let's see how well she does at this show. Now, I was thinking one person was missing from this lineup, and that is last year's champion, Evie Ring. But if you have saw on social media, Evie is retiring. And, I know a lot of people are kind of, sad about that. But that's the thing about life. It's more important to live your life than to just rest your life through a sport that's you're not getting much out of it. I'm going to be honest about that. But she has a great physique, great look to her. She's been a 5-time Olympic competitor, Master Olympia champion. I think, I wish you all the best in her future endeavors. So best of luck to you, Evie. And like I said, some of these ladies might take a step back. You never know, she might return. It's all about this. Next up we have is Jenny Feldman. Now, Jenny just did Tampa. And, I was thinking she might try to do this show. But then you got to say again, you got Zama there already and a couple others there. I think Jenny might try to wait to do a show later. There's still, like I said, there's a show in Mississippi. There's also the Daytona Pro that's coming up. And she lives in Florida, so the total pool is a lot closer. Or she can do the Atlantic Coast, which she did last year, which gave her qualification for next year's Olympia. Next up, we have Elena Romero. As you know, she was fourth at the Tampa Bay Pro. Not the best showing for her. I mean, I think the judges are going for a different route, but I thought she might stay here in the States and do another show. She might try to do the Europa in UK, which probably get a qualification. Next up we have is Linka Frankova. Linka was busy. I think she did at least 4 shows, counting Imperial, Portugal, Chicago, and Atlanta. I think she's taking a break, so I think she might do the show in the UK. It's a lot closer for her to do a show in Europe than going all the way to the States to come here to do the show. So I think we might see her in that show. And next we have is Amanda Machado. And Amanda, she was top 2 at both the Chicago and Atlanta. Maybe she, as you know, there is the Arizona Pro and Legion Sports Fest coming up. Those are in the West. She lives in Nevada and Las Vegas. So those shows are probably more convenient for her and closer for her. So, especially like I said again, with the stack lineup at the Texas with at least, 3 or 4 women who are qualified to Olympia. And, and then, like I said, again, Zama, I think she might be thinking about doing a show that might get her opportunity to get to Olympia. And last but not least, I keep hearing people say they want to see this person at this show. And that is the former women's physique champ, Natalia Abraham Coelho. And we all know why it's not going to happen. We all know why. Because, the whole rivalry between Natalia and Sarah. I mean, the last time, I think Sarah put the prize money was a couple years ago at the Pittsburgh Pro. And Natalia won the show. She took in Sarah's money. So I don't think we're going to see her there. If we do, I think they said that yesterday was the last day to sign up to register for the show. And I don't think Natalia might be just focusing on the Olympia this time. So, like I said, we hadn't seen it at Pittsburgh or New York where she both won. And the last time she competed was at the Atlantic Coast Pro. So we're going to wait and see what Natalia's going to do. She, like I said, still a couple more shows left, but she usually likes to hit the big shows. So anyway, the Texas Pro is going to be on the 10th. That's going to be, I think this coming Saturday. There's the Texas Classic, which is an amateur show. So I'm debating about watching the show. Like I said, I don't know. I really concentrate shows that have women's bodybuilding and women's physique. Be a fair synopsis of it. They hadn't posted yet the cost of the pay-per-view. If it's not too much, I might watch it. If it is, then like I said, I'm really going to save my money for the Rising Phoenix. That's coming up in about 3 more weeks. So and that's truly the biggest show for women's bodybuilding next to the Olympia. So I think I might not watch the show, like I said, depending on how much the live stream costs. And I will talk about it on my channel, but I won't do a critique of it. Because like I said, again, I focus more on the shows that do have women's bodybuilding, not just women's physique. I do watch some shows that do have women's physique, but the last couple that did have women's physique, they didn't have either live stream or, like I said, it was out of my budget. So check out the show, if you want to, and give your thoughts on it. Like I said, Sarah Vickers is putting her money up. Also, the Bad Up Productions is putting up their money up, and also other promoters. Maybe next year. And this is crossing my fingers. Maybe next year we get women's bodybuilding. I mean, we just need somebody like maybe Wings of Strength or some other company that really want to sponsor women's bodybuilding, put up the prize money, also the sanction fee. Guys out there, if you are guys who have deep pockets and a means of way to doing this, I keep saying this, try to help out women's bodybuilding. I know your fans out there. And you're fans of these ladies, and they needed more shows because you know what, it's getting harder and harder. Like I said with the Rising Phoenix, that's an invitational, and you already know who's going to win that show. Andrea with No Choice, and there's only I think about 3 more shows left for women's bodybuilding for Olympic qualification, while when women's physique is at least 5. So anyway, go check out the show, give your critique. I might, like I said, I'll just watch some stuff that's come up on the internet if I don't watch the show itself. And I wish all ladies the best of luck. This is my Always Yours page, a.k.a. the Emperor of Film Talk. Like, don't subscribe. I'm out.